How's it going, guys? I'm CTM Amygdala, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the easiest way to get Sniper's Plague Diamond. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to click that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. So first, you're going to want to approach this differently if you play with friends or if you're a solo player. If you play with friends, the fastest strategy is to do the penthouse strat on Die Machine. And you guys can find plenty of guides to do this, but I'm mainly a solo player, so I'll be covering more the solo strategy. And that is what this video is going to be primarily about, the solo strategy. Alright guys, so this is going to be the class setup that you guys are going to want to use for all three of the snipers. So for the optics, I would just run the iron sight. If you're having trouble with that, I would recommend using the Cobra red dot, as it's not going to take too long to zoom in, but you're still getting precise aiming. For the muzzle, I would use the sound moderator for the increased equipment drop. And bullet velocity isn't going to be that big of a deal because it's zombies and a lot of engagements aren't super far away. For the barrel, I would use the reinforced heavy, which improves the fire rate and then gives you back that bullet velocity. For the body, I would use the mounted flashlight, which increases your salvage, which is definitely a nice perk to have. For the underbarrel, I would use the bruiser grip, or the one that gives you 3 of 4 different things with no cons. For the magazine, I just use the last one, because with the snipers, ammo's everything. You're going to want to have as much ammo as you possibly can in your guns. For the handle, I would also use the last one with the aim down sights time and the flinch resistance, because this is going to be very nice for taking down the zombies. And then for the stock, I use the one with plus 10 sprint to fire time, which is going to be the CQB pad. And then on top of that, I would recommend running Aether Shroud. I'd recommend having it up to tier 4 if you can. Tier 3 is alright also, but making sure that you can teleport is very, very good. And then I like having the 2 charges, which is actually tier 5. So I try and get it to tier 5 if you can, as this is going to be the best way to get snipers. And even if you don't have the rest of your guns done yet, but you're working on snipers first, I would go try and get that tier 5 Aether Shroud, because this will help you the most specifically with snipers, and hopefully you'll have enough to get a second perk or to get the Ring of Fire tier 5 after you get the Sniper's Gold. As you can see, I currently have 7 flawless crystals, so I would be able to go in there and get the Ring of Fire tier 5. However, I already have it tier 5, so I don't actually need to do that. So I started off by testing the differences between Firebase C and D Machine, and I found that I was actually getting about 150 more kills, 150 more critical kills and pack-a-punch kills, as well as about 2 to 3 extra elite eliminations roughly every 25 minutes by simply just playing Firebase C instead of D Machine. So that's going to be the first reason why you guys are going to want to play Firebase C over D Machine for getting your guys' Sniper's Gold. And the second reason is that Firebase C is simply just going to be the easier option for solo players, as it's going to be a lot easier to get set up, like with your pack punch and your perks and everything. And it's also a lot better when it comes to the training spots. As you can see right here, I'm in the helipad, and I would say this is the best training spot between both the maps, so pretty much just in the whole entire game as of right now for zombies. So the helipad is going to be the easiest way to get your Sniper's Gold. However, it is not the fastest way to get your Sniper's Gold on Firebase C solo. The fastest way to get your guys' Sniper's Gold on Firebase C is going to be camping in the Colonial's office, kind of with your watching the doorway, so the zombies on the side kind of walk into your line of sight while you're looking straight down the catwalk. And for those of you guys that don't know, I don't exactly show the Colonial's office in the gameplay. However, the door that I was just looking at a second ago, okay, it looks like I don't go back towards it. But the door on the opposite side of me to the right after you walk in from the portal, so the one on the opposite side of the one that I just opened, inside of there you're going to find Juggernog at the very back, and right above Juggernog there's going to be a catwalk, and at the end of that catwalk there's a room, and that room is the Colonial's office. And if you camp inside of there watching the doorway, all the zombies will just kind of filter towards you in a straight line along the catwalk. And this is going to be the fastest method for getting your sniper's gold. However, it is pretty dangerous on later rounds. I was usually getting pushed out around round 18, and this is exactly where your Aether Shroud is going to come in. As soon as you start getting overrun, you want to push out of there with your Aether Shroud and go to the training spot. And then I would train on the helipad from round 18 to about round 32. And that's going to be your best bet for getting your sniper's gold the fastest. And just repeat that by going to about round 32 to 35 every single game. You guys should be getting roughly 1,250 critical kills if you really go for them, which is going to be exactly half of the kills. And this is going to get you each sniper gold in 2 games of going to about round 32 to 35. And you're also going to want to kind of stick to the top area of the helipad. So I'm going to go there right now. So this area where I'm right here, this top part, this is the area you're going to want to stick to. You don't really want to go too much towards the portal because that side's a lot less even and you're going to be hitting a lot more headshots where I am right now because the ground's a lot flatter. So this will allow for a lot easier critical kills. And if doing it in 2 games is way too long for you, you guys can split it up into like roughly 650 critical kills per game. And that's going to be a lot shorter. Or not a lot shorter, but it's going to space it out a lot more and you guys aren't going to get worn out as much. Now, if you guys do go to round 32 to 35 and end up getting it done in 2 to 3 games, you guys should be getting each sniper gold in roughly 3 to 4 hours of playtime each. So that's going to be all the sniper's diamond around 9 to 12 hours of in-game time, which I think is pretty good for the snipers as they probably will be your longest class as you have to really like back up and then shoot and just repeat, and they're going to be painful and it's just a matter of just grinding it out. And I do believe that they are going to be the longest class to really get gold. But now I'm going to go into a more in-depth about the setup for those of you guys that are still struggling and maybe already knew about the helipad training strategy. So essentially at round 3, I stick in the main village up until round 3. And at round 3, I'll open up the door, I'll buy the gallows shotgun on the wall, and I use the gallows shotgun to charge the generators to turn on the overall power. And I do like to try and get the power all the way on by round 6. So I'd prioritize your money and go around and make sure you get everything on roughly around round 6. As you can see, I'm on round 6 right now and I have 1 generator left, and I'm going to turn this on preferably before round 7 starts. So now we're around round 6. With the perk that gives you more salvage drop rate, you should have enough salvage to get your sniper upgraded to the green tier. So I would go ahead and do that. And then I would either head up to the Colonial's office, which is right to my left on the top of that catwalk right there, right above me. Or I would go back to the helipad for the safer training method. And then I would just hang out there until round 8 or 9. And then on round 8 or 9, when I have enough points, I would go ahead and go down. And I'm going to pack punch my sniper for the first time, as well as going in and getting Deadshot, the perk at the Wonder Fist machine. At round 10, I would go back down to the Wonder Fist machine or run back over to where I am right now and go by Juggernog, I mean. I keep calling it Juggernaut. But You're also going to want to upgrade your weapon, your sniper, to the blue tier around round 10. And you, with the perk or the weapon attachment, you should have enough salvage to go ahead and do that. If not, you should have the salvage around round 11 or 12. And then at round 13, you should have enough to pack punch your gun a second time. And you will want to prioritize getting your gun blue and getting your armor upgraded to tiers 2 and 3 after you have your weapon blue. You also don't want to buy the first armor most of the time, because between I'd say round 8 and round 12, a zombie should drop a level 1 armor for you. So you should be able to get that first armor tier for free in the majority of your guys' games. From there, I would get stamina up around round 14 or 15 so you guys can backpedal faster and get more of those headshots on those higher rounds, like around 15 to 30. And it allows you to get more headshots faster since zombies aren't going to be catching up and hitting you as quickly. After that, I would focus on getting Quick Revive, Speed Cola, and Tombstone all between round 15 and round 20. And then once you make it into the 20s, make sure to pack punch your gun a third time and equip Blast Furnace as your ammo mode, since Blast Furnace does not take away from your critical kills, which is really nice as that's what you're mainly going to be going for with these 1,250 critical kills. From there, I would just train in the helipad area until you have your 1,250 critical kills, or get tired and just end up resetting. And once again, if you do decide to go for the 1,250 each game, that will take you till about round 32 to 35. And that's really going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.